Hello, and welcome back to People Skills Pro. We talk a lot on this channel about confidence, but what does it actually look like in the real world? We all know confidence when we see it. It's a certain energy, a way of moving through the world that is calm, grounded, and powerful. But many men mistake the symptoms of confidence for the cause. They see a man who is loud, who is the center of attention, who is always talking, and they think, that's confidence. But more often than not, that is not confidence. That is arrogance. And arrogance is just a mask that insecurity wears. True, authentic confidence is quiet. It's not loud, it's solid. It's not about seeking attention, it's about being so secure in yourself that you don't need it. It's a series of subtle, often invisible habits and mindsets that separate the truly confident man from everyone else. These are not grand gestures, they are the small, consistent choices he makes every single day. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain and reveal these choices. We are going to do a deep dive into the 7 things that genuinely confident men do that others simply don't. We will explore the psychology behind each habit and give you a practical roadmap to start building these traits in your own life. This is not about faking it. This is about building it, brick by brick. The core principle. Confidence is quiet. Insecurity is loud. Before we get to the list, we must understand this fundamental principle. Insecurity feels the constant need to prove itself. It has to talk about its accomplishments. It has to win every argument. It has to be the center of attention. It is loud. True confidence, on the other hand, has nothing to prove. It is born from a deep internal well of self-respect and self-trust. It is calm, it is observant, and it is grounded. The most confident man in the room is often the quietest because he doesn't need to use his voice to validate his existence. As you'll see, most of the habits on this list are not about what confident men do, but about what they don't need to do. 1. They listen more than they speak. In any given conversation, the insecure man is desperate to prove how smart, funny, or interesting he is. He dominates the conversation, interrupts, and is always waiting for his turn to talk. His goal is to impress. The confident man's approach. A genuinely confident man is not focused on proving himself. He is focused on understanding the world around him. In a conversation, this makes him a phenomenal listener. He is not waiting for his turn to talk. He is genuinely curious about the other person's perspective. The psychology. This demonstrates confidence in several ways. He has nothing to prove. He is so secure in his own value that he doesn't feel the need to broadcast it. He knows who he is. He is not afraid of silence. He is comfortable with pauses in conversation, which allows the other person space to think and speak more deeply. The insecure man rushes to fill every silence out of anxiety. He understands that knowledge is power. He knows that he learns more by listening than by talking. How to practice this? The 2 ears, 1 mouth rule. In your next conversation, make it a game to listen twice as much as you speak. Ask better questions. Instead of waiting to share your own story, ask a follow-up question that shows you were listening. That's fascinating. What was the most challenging part of that for you? 2. They take radical ownership of their flaws and mistakes. When an insecure man makes a mistake, his fragile ego perceives it as a catastrophic threat. He becomes defensive, blames others, or makes excuses. The confident man's approach. A confident man's self-worth is not tied to being perfect. He understands that making mistakes is a fundamental part of growth. Therefore, he can look at his own flaws and failures with honesty and objectivity. He takes ownership. The psychology. His identity is not fragile. He knows that one mistake does not define his entire character. He can separate his action from his identity. He prioritizes growth over ego. He understands that the only way to improve is to first admit where you are weak. His desire to get better is stronger than his ego's desire to be right. It builds trust. People trust a leader who can admit when they are wrong. A simple, honest, "I messed that up, it's on me," builds more respect than 1,000 excuses. How to practice this? Learn to apologize properly. A real apology is not, "I'm sorry if you felt that way." It is, "I'm sorry for my specific action. I understand it had a negative impact, and here is what I will do to fix it or make sure it doesn't happen again." Use your daily debrief. Be brutally honest with yourself in your journal about where you fell short each day. This private practice of ownership builds the muscle for public ownership. 3. They are indifferent to uninformed opinions. The insecure man is a slave to the opinions of others. He is constantly checking for approval, and a single negative comment can ruin his day. The confident man's approach. A confident man values his own judgment above all others. He has a strong internal compass. This does not mean he is arrogant or uncoachable. He actively seeks feedback from people he respects, mentors, trusted colleagues, experts. But he is completely indifferent to the uninformed opinions of the crowd, critics, or random people on the internet. The psychology. Internal locus of control. His validation comes from within. He has done the work to know his own value, so he doesn't need the validation of strangers to feel good about himself. He filters his inputs. He understands that not all opinions are created equal. He has a small, trusted board of directors for his life, and he largely disregards the rest. How to practice this? Define your values. Get crystal clear on what is important to you and what your principles are. When you know what you stand for, the opinions of others have less power to sway you. Curate your circle. Be intentional about who you spend time with and whose advice you take. Ask yourself, is this person someone I genuinely respect and want to be like? If not, their opinion holds less weight. 4. They move with decisive, purposeful action. The insecure man is often paralyzed by indecision. He is terrified of making the wrong choice, so he makes no choice at all. He is passive and waits for life to happen to him. The confident man's approach. A confident man is a man of action. He understands that clarity comes from engagement, not from thought alone. He makes a decision, acts on it, and then adjusts his course based on the feedback he gets from reality. The psychology. He trusts his ability to handle the outcome. His confidence is not in making the perfect choice every time. His confidence is in his ability to handle whatever outcome arises from his choice. He has an action bias. He knows that motion creates opportunity. He would rather make a wrong decision and learn from it than stay stagnant in a state of analysis paralysis. How to practice this? The 5-second rule. When you feel the impulse to do something, approach someone, start a project, count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and physically move. This short-circuits hesitation. Make small, quick decisions. Start with trivial things. Decide what you're having for lunch in 30 seconds. Choose a movie to watch in under a minute. This builds your decisiveness muscle. 5. They are willing to look foolish. The insecure man is terrified of looking stupid. His ego is so fragile that he cannot risk being the butt of a joke or trying something new and failing. He stays in his comfort zone where he knows he can look competent. The confident man's approach. A confident man does not tie his self-worth to looking cool or perfect. He is willing to be a beginner. He is willing to try the new dance class and look awkward. He is willing to ask the stupid question in a meeting. He is willing to tell a joke that might not land. The psychology. His goal is growth, not image. He prioritizes learning and new experiences over protecting his ego. He knows that the only way to get good at something is to first be bad at it. He doesn't take himself too seriously. He can laugh at himself. This is a superpower. A man who can laugh at his own mistakes is a man who is deeply secure. How to practice this? Try something you know you'll be bad at. Take a pottery class, learn to juggle, try a new language. Intentionally put yourself in a state of being a beginner. Practice self-amused humor. Learn to tell funny stories about your own blunders. This shows you have the confidence to own your imperfections. 6. They prioritize their mission over their mood. The insecure man is a slave to his feelings. If he doesn't feel like going to the gym, he doesn't go. If he's in a bad mood, his whole day is ruined and his productivity plummets. The confident man's approach. A confident man has a purpose that is more important than his fleeting daily emotions. He has discipline. He understands that motivation is a fickle friend, but discipline is a reliable ally. He acts in alignment with his goals, not his mood. The psychology. He is driven by values, not feelings. He has a clear why. He knows why he's going to the gym, for his long-term health. He knows why he's working on his project, to build a better future. This why is powerful enough to override the temporary feeling of, I don't want to. He builds self-respect through action. Every time he does the hard thing he said he would do, he builds another layer of self-respect and trust, which is the true source of confidence. How to practice this? Define your non-negotiables. What are the 1 to 3 actions that you will do every single day, no matter what? E.g., work out, read 10 pages, work on your business for 1 hour. Make it easier to be disciplined than to be lazy. 7. They give credit and compliments freely. The insecure man operates from a scarcity mindset. He sees the world as a zero-sum game. Someone else's success feels like his failure. He is stingy with praise because he is afraid it will diminish his own status. The confident man's approach. A confident man operates from a place of abundance. He knows that shining a light on someone else does not dim his own. He is genuinely happy for other people's successes and is quick to give credit where it is due. The psychology. He is secure in his own value. He doesn't feel threatened by other talented people because he is secure in his own unique gifts. He builds allies, not rivals. He understands that lifting others up creates a powerful, positive environment and turns competitors into collaborators. People are drawn to a leader who makes them feel valued. How to practice this? The praise in public rule. When a coworker does a great job, praise them in the team meeting or in an email to your boss. Deliver specific, character-based compliments. Instead of, good job, say, I was really impressed with how you handled that difficult client. You have incredible patience. So, let's bring it all together. Confidence is not the loud, arrogant performance we're often shown. it is a quiet, internal strength built on a foundation of subtle but powerful habits. The truly confident man listens more than he speaks. He takes ownership of his mistakes. He is indifferent to uninformed opinions. He moves with decisive action. He is willing to look foolish. He prioritizes his mission over his mood. And he gives credit freely because he is abundant. These are not traits you are born with. They are choices you make. They are skills you build. Pick one of these 7 habits, just one, and make a commitment to practice it for the next 30 days. Build that one pillar, then move to the next. This is the real work. This is how you stop pretending to be confident and start becoming the man who truly is. If you found this guide helpful, please click the like button and subscribe to People Skills Pro for more practical advice on building a better life. Thank you for listening.